As a pitcher, it's not going to be a big difference. Hitters, yeah, they're going to have a lot of difference. They're going to have more impact in those hitters. And probably going to hit more homers, going to score more runs, and it's good for us.
Man, I was hoping to avoid these questions, but I guess I'm not going to be able to. No, it's fine. I mean, it is what it is. Mine usually go out no matter what anyway, so it doesn't matter. I don't think you change the way you pitch based on the ballpark you're playing in, especially, and the dimensions aren't going to change that much. It's not like it's going to be Cincinnati or somewhere crazy, so still going to play fair.
No, I don't think we have to make any adjustment. We just got to keep the ball down. We just got to make good pitches. Because when they hit the ball against me, they're going to be out anyway. So, I mean, just got to keep the ball down.
Keep it down. Felix Vargas aren't worried, judging by their comments about defensive movement. And in fact, I think Vargas might be a little excited because, you know, he's probably the best hitter among the pitchers, although Felix, I know, would disagree. But Vargas maybe get a couple of chances to go opposite field out there in left center now. Well, I'm solo out here in the pen because there he is, our good friend Mr. Bill Krueger, getting set, getting ready as the Mariners continue to celebrate the 35th anniversary of this proud organization. And he's talking to Blake Bevan about maybe some tips about what's going on. Here he is, number 44, Bill Krueger.
This evening, at his request, are 4 individuals who made it possible for Bill to join us tonight. This past summer, while working out at the Bellevue Athletic Club, Bill suffered a heart attack and was revived by these quick-acting trainers. Please welcome the trainers who saved Bill's life. Carl Swedberg, Trevor Luce, Loic Sachs, and Tom Spencer. Let's hear it for these 4 outstanding heroes. And now, Bill, if you would, our first pitch. Strike. Thank you, Bill. Ladies and gentlemen, Bill Krueger.
I tell you, just like riding a bike, he walks the red carpet, gets up on that mound and fires in a strike 55 miles per hour. Maybe it was an off-speed pitch, or maybe that's just Bill's fastball nowadays. But a great moment for Bill, nice moment for us. We'll talk more about this pitch post-game with Bill. We got a game to get to, though. Stay here. Mariners and Angels on the way.
Welcome, everybody, to the penultimate game of the 2012 season. Just one more game to go here in beautiful Seattle as the fall season really starting to take hold with some wonderful colors around the city and here near the ballpark here at Safeco Field. This is Mariner Baseball. Dave Sims, Mike Flowers, and the Root Sports crew on hand as the Mariners take on the Angels in a second game of a 3-game set. Masashi Iwakuma against Dan Herron, your pitching matchup. Let's take a look at the Angel batting order that will face Iwakuma.
For manager Mike Scioscia leading off, it'll be Mike Trout. Trout with 4 hits yesterday, and then Howie Kendrick moving up in the lineup. Why? Well, he had 4 hits in last night's game also. Albert Pujols, the DH. You can see what he's done. 50 doubles on the year. He hit his 50th double last night off the center field fence for Pujols. And it's Morales, Calespo, Trumbo. Conger getting his first start. He'll be hitting 7th, and Borges, who filled in for Torrey Hunter. Hunter out of the lineup tonight. So Borges in. He will hit 8th. And Romine, the shortstop, will hit 9th. For Iwakuma, what he's done on the year, a 3.32 ERA. 119 in the 3rd innings pitched for him. 94 strikeouts. Iwakuma's pitched well against the Angels this year. 3 starts against the Angels this year, and he's pitched extremely well. So hopefully that trend will continue for him. And take a quick look at the defense playing behind Iwakuma. Trayvon Robinson getting the start in left field. Saunders out in center. Casper Wells, the right fielder. And then on the infield, Seager at third base. Kawasaki getting the start. Brendan Ryan out tonight. So Kawasaki in at shortstop. Ackley and Smoke on the right side of the infield. John Jaso will do the catching tonight.
Look at that clear sky. Just beautiful. Panoramic view from center field in the pen. Breezy, but comfortable. And most of the folks who are here in the ballpark, they dressed accordingly. Mike Trout going to lead it off. 1 for 9 against Iwakuma. Iwakuma, a 1.54 ERA against the Angels. First pitch off the plate, ball 1. Pat Titchener's calling balls and strikes tonight. Bob Davidson at first, Brian Gorman at second, and Tony Randazzo at third. .57 degrees as Mike Trout looks to strike 1. 57 degrees. Wind out of the northwest at 3.
For Iwakuma in his 3 starts against the Angels. 20 in the 3rd inning. He's only given up 4 earned runs against the Angels. A big key, just 1 walk over those 3 outings.
Kawasaki throws out Trout, 1 down. Big news here in Seattle. We're going to bring the fences in here at Safeco Field. And that's a good look at what will the hitters will be picking up. And as a former hitter here with the Mariners and in the major leagues during your stint, what do you think of this move?
I like it. I think the biggest difference is going to be out there where you see the Nikon sign. At one point in that center field area, it'll come in about 17 feet. And that'll be a big difference for the Mariners and all the young hitters that they have. I'm sure that they appreciated seeing that today as they go into the winter and think about what they need to do next year. So I think it's a good thing. I think it's something that they've thought about, and I like the adjustment that they've made.
Fence going to come straight out from that 331 sign, and many times standing down watching Mariner batting practice, you can hear and see guys talk about how well they've hit a couple of balls. This is just BP, and how the ball doesn't go out. Now those balls be going out, and more importantly in games, talking to guys over the years, talk about, hey, that's out of 30 other 29 other ballparks. Now they'll get some satisfaction for their efforts. Up the middle. Howie Kendrick continues on his tear.
Yeah, 4 hits last night. Starts off with a base hit tonight. I think the biggest thing is it's just mentally it's going to give these guys a little bit of a break and not beat them up so bad. And when you have so many young hitters, I think it's a good idea. It's a good time for it to happen.
So the warning track, as you look at it, it's going to be reduced a little bit. Still have to deal with that cold air in April and most of May and into June.
Not much you can do about that.
Correct. But still, there's still a lot of those home runs that you're going to try to hit here. You're going to have to earn them. Here's Pujols. Albert DHing tonight. Albert went 2 for 5. The first inning RBI double last night. Line drive off the center field fence. Baltimore has won tonight. taking out Tampa Bay 1-0. The Yankees tied it in the ninth. Raul Ibanez, a 2-run homer. 3-3 Boston and the Yankees in New York.
Baltimore winning 1-0 at Tampa Bay, and Chris Davis with his 33rd home run of the year. So he is finishing strong for the Orioles.
The game just underway in Oakland, Texas, at Oakland. Rangers a 1-game lead, 2 to play. Texas wins tonight. They clinch the division. If not, it's a tie, and the championship on the line tomorrow. Pujols fouls it into the glove of Jaso. He's a strikeout victim. 2 down.
Staying with the breaking ball off the plate away. Good pitch. Just 82 miles an hour.
Bring up Kendrys Morales.
See what Iwakuma has done in his outings, his starts against the Angels. He did make a relief appearance earlier in the year, but that's his starts. He had just the 1 walk over those 3 outings. I have to wonder too, the Angels trying to hang in there, obviously eliminated after last night's ball game, and I wonder if there's a little bit of a letdown for them tonight and tomorrow. I would think that there would have to be.
Well, you know what's interesting? I had asked Mike Scioscia the exact same thing before the game. I said, what's the mood in there? He says, hey, once they say play ball, this game sucks you and these guys are going to want to win. I said, all right, fair enough. You sound like Al Pacino in Godfather 3.
Well, that's probably true, but I think when you have something on the line, there's a sense of urgency there.
No doubt.
And you tune it up a little bit more. So,
but at the same time, you know, you're professional. You go about it. I mean, you've been there.
I'm not saying they're not going to try.
Oh yeah.
I'm just saying there should be. I would think that there's a letdown.
The red hot urgency, instead of being 110 on a 100 scale, it's about 98. Last night it couldn't have been more urgent. They had to win. It needed a lot of help. Casper Wells moving over towards right center right before that pitch. 1-1 to Morales. Would have been some of your experiences next to last in the last game of the season, both teams out of it.
It's tough. I think for the veteran guys, especially the younger guys, obviously are still into it, but some of the veteran guys are beat up, they're tired, and although again you go out there and you compete as hard as you can, just that incentive of trying to get into the postseason isn't there, so it makes it difficult.
That little extra edge. I asked Mike, I said, who do you like in the American League playoffs? I'm not going to even watch the playoffs. Okay. Ground ball, slow roller, Seager, tough play. Backing up. Good job by Ackland. Well done.
Morales hitting. Kyle playing way over in the hole, and it's kind of a swinging bunt. I think Morales would have beat it out. That would have been close as Smoke came off the bag trying to keep it on the infield, but Ackley backed it up.
Smart play. 2 out, 2 on. Alberto Callaspo. One of 4 switch hitters in the lineup. Callaspo 0 for 4 last night with a run scored. Strike 1 to Callaspo, who's 1 for 7 against Iwakuma. Breeze was coming in last night. Looks like it's going left to right this evening. Off the glove with Jaso. Both runners move up. Fastball.
That was just a good running fastball and went off the end of the glove of Jaso. Take a look at it. Set up inside. You can see the run on that fastball as he had to reach back off the plate away and wasn't able to get to it.
Kendrick at third. You had Morales at second. 2 outs and a 1-1 to Callaspo. Up high. Matt Harrison against Travis Blackley in the Texas Oakland game. Yankees had bases loaded, 1 out in the 9th. Could not win the game, so they go to extra frames in New York. 2-1. Strike. And a 2-ball, 2-strike count with 2 outs and 2 on. Full count.
The right-handed hitting Trumbo waiting on deck. Mark Trumbo. Picked up a couple of strikes throwing his breaking ball on the outside corner. See if he tries to go back away again.
Here's your payoff. Off the hand of a fan that had it all the way. Stung his right hand. Somebody else came up with it.
Cool evening. It would have to sting a little bit.
Trying to get out of this jam here. Pitch. Strike 3 call. Nicely done by Kawasaki. 3-2 pitch of beauty to Callaspo. Nothing across for the Angels. Mariners coming to bat.
Hi, everybody. Angie Benton here at the Ford Sports Desk. Dave let you know just a bit ago that it was Raul Ibanez who homered for the Yankees to tie up the game. And then they had the bases loaded. Mark Teixeira flew out to center field with 1 out, and then Robinson Cano can't get it done either. He grounds out to second, and they're headed to extras between Boston and New York. It's 3-3 right now, guys.
All right, Angie, thank you. Baltimore won earlier, 1-0. Chris Davis on the home run to decide that ball game. So in the East right now, Baltimore a half game back. Wrap up things tomorrow. Dan Herron. First pitch right to Ackley. Next pitch off the plate, 1-1. Ackley, Wells, and Seager. 24th start for Herron against the Mariners. 5th start this year. 2-2 with a shutout, a 2.55 ERA. Popped up. Callaspo and found territory. 1 out.
Take a look at the rest of the lineup. Following active, it'll be Casper Wells. Casper with a good night last night, and it's Kyle Seager. John Jaso, see what he's done against the Angels this year. 302 average with 3 home runs, so he's done some damage hitting cleanup tonight. Justin Smoke with a double last night and driving in a run. Then it's Montero, Saunders, Robinson, Kawasaki getting a start. He will hit 9th for the Mariners tonight. For Dan Herron, 12-12 season for him, 170 2/3 innings pitched for him, 134 strikeouts to 38 walks. And for Herron, pretty good sinker. Will also use a cutter, occasional slider, and a split.
Last night about this time, Casper Wells went deep for his 9th home run. A 1-out homer in the first. Hit it into the bullpen. Left field.
You can see it was a good night for Casper. 2 for 5 with a home run and a double. A couple of runs scored.
Skips up there, 1-2. First time Wells going against Dan Herron. And this movement did not go. This is Bob Davidson. 2-2. 4-game losing streak. Mariners trying to end it tonight.
We're talking about the playoffs and what could happen. Everybody talking about the one game, basically the play-in game for whoever the wild card is going to be as this ground ball is hit. Over to Pujols. Excuse me, Morales tonight. Morales the first baseman tonight. We could have a couple of them. The East can end up tied.
Sure.
They'll have to play on Thursday and then come back, and somebody is going to have to play again on Friday. That's a rough way to go.
And somebody's staff's going to get baked.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I like the Tigers' chances. They finished up this thing. They're in. Jim Leyland can set up his rotation with Verlander, Scherzer, and Pfister. Rest a couple of guys if he needs to. They should be in pretty good shape going into the postseason. While everybody else is still fighting it out, trying to figure out where they're going to be.
Two outs, Kyle Seager. Swinging the bat. 256, 19 homers, 84 runs batted in. 0 for 4 last night, couple strikeouts. Leads in a lot of categories, including that one, games played.
You have to believe his first time a full season in the major leagues, and he's had a good year, but you have to believe he's dragging a little bit. He's struggling some over the last week or so, trying to get it to the finish line.
Two and one. Off the plate, so a 3-1 count to Kyle Seager. On deck is John Jaso. Well hit, right field. Kyle Seager's just homered for the Mariners, his 20th of the year. His 85th RBI. Mariners lead at 1-0. And the sound and the look, it was just right. 20 home runs for Kyle Seager.
That's a nice round number to finish up your season with. 20 home runs. I'm sure it's a number he would like to get to. Gets a 3-1 pitch up out over the plate. Get it started a little bit early and throw the barrel at it. That's a really good look for him. McDonald Supermo as he squares that pitch up and hits it well back into the stands. Congratulations to Kyle Seager. Obviously a career high for him, number 20. A lot of people thought spring training this kid could hit for an average. Wondering what he's going to do power-wise. 20 home runs, pretty good your first time through.
All that extra work in the offseason, getting a little stronger, getting a little bit bigger, paying off. Rode a 3-1 pitch, 381 feet. You mentioned he leads in multiple categories. And now he takes over the lead in home runs as Jason is gone on an 0-2 pitch. but the Lightning striking off the bat of Kyle Seager. Ahead in the count. They made Dan Aaron pay. Mariners have an early lead. It's 1-0. Three-game set to wrap up the season this Thursday on Seahawks All Access. We bring you an inside perspective on the game against the St. Louis Rams. You're going to see all the big plays, get the players' reactions from the sidelines. Don't miss this and more Thursday at 10:30 p.m. on Root Sports.
Iwakuma having to work out of some trouble in the first, and he gave up a couple of hits, but also picked up 2 strikeouts.
Back, Mike Trumbo leading off. Trumbo, Hank Conger, Peter Borges. Trumbo last night, 2 for 5. Scored, he struck out 3 times and drove in a row. Two. Texas at Oakland. Rangers have a runner at second base. No scores, second inning. Two to Trumbo. Breaking ball, strike 3 call. Got that inside corner. Got him looking. 3rd strikeout.
Really good pitch. Iwakuma starts this right at Trumbo and is able to get it on the plate. Trumbo didn't like the call, but it was a strike on the corner. Nice job, home plate umpire Todd Tichenor, to stay with that pitch. It looked like it was going to be off the plate, but he hung in there with it. I think he ended up getting it right. 3rd strikeout for Iwakuma, off to a good start.
And Krueger playing just a 6th game. Switch hitter, young man from Federal Way. Bouncing ball, handled by Smoke. Good throw. Iwakuma's there in time. 2 outs. Smoke a lot of credit for his defense this year. It's been good. Really good. And not only in addition to the scoops that he makes around a bag, but he's got a couple 3 steps, range to his right, and makes some plays this year.
And he typically makes an accurate throw, makes it easy for the pitcher when they're covering, which I think is the hardest part when you're playing over there, trying to hit that moving target and trying to get them a throw that they can handle as they try to find the bag. But we've seen Justin do this all year. Something on it. He typically tries to get it to them before they get to the bag so they can catch it and then get after the base. So he's done a good job, though. I think he's We talked about the defense of the infielders this year, and it's been exceptional. And I think early in the season when he was picking a few balls out of the dirt, he has good footwork around the bag too to help them out. They're just going to gain confidence and try to get it on their way and trust Justin to keep it in front of them, and he's done an excellent job of that this year.
Borges fouls one off, 2 outs. Here in the second inning, 1-0 on a Kyle Seager first inning home run. Kyle is 20th of the season. One pitch. Took something off.
It's been an effective pitch for him since he's gone into the rotation, the slow breaking ball.
That home run by Seager, number 20, best last year's home run leader. Miguel Olivo had 19 with 62 runs batted in. Seager's at 20 and 85. One, two. Angels ran roughshod on Felix Hernandez last night. 8-4 Angels win. They were all over Felix, 5 in the third, 12 hits, 7 runs all earned. Mike Trout, the hitting star, going 4 for 5, 2 runs scored and 3 runs batted in. Off the plate, got a full count now. Peter Borges. On deck, Andrew Romine, switch hitting shortstop. Got brother Austin, who's a highly touted young catcher in the Yankee system. 3-2. Up high, Borges is aboard. First walk in the ball game. 2-out base runner for the Angels. Make plans to spend one final afternoon this season here at Safeco Field. It's tomorrow, and note the time, a 3:40 start against these Angels. Safeco Insurance Grand Slam Family Package Day. You can pick up a ticket, a hot dog, and a Pepsi for as low as $15 for the whole gang. So get your tickets. Go to Mariners.com/specials. Here's Romine playing in his 11th game of the season. He's being called up.
It looked like Iwakuma tried to throw the same pitch that he was able to strike Trumbo out on, the one he threw to Borges that he walked him. I would rather see him just go at him with a good fastball. You don't want to walk him. He can run and will try to steal some bases.
Plus speed. Borges. Plate, ball one. Trout's on deck. Missed away again. 2-0. Come back with a strike, and he did. 2-1.
Well, he's already walked the 8-hitter. You certainly don't want to walk the 9-hitter and get to Trout, who's on deck. Young man's going to be the rookie of the year, and a lot of people, he's going to get a lot of votes for the MVP. Certainly don't want to walk 2 guys to get to him.
Rangers didn't score, top of the second. The Athletics now back, scoreless ball game. 2-on throw over the first. Not much of a lead by Borges. Borges playing in game number 100 for him. He's not trying to run a lot. He's only 2 out of 3 in base stealing attempts. He does have great speed. 2-1. He's behind 2-0. Now he's even to count at 2-2. Runner goes. Borges is in safely with a stolen base.
He knew he was going to go. It was just a matter of when. Ran on a really good pitch. A pitch down and in. Jason having to backhand the ball. No chance to throw him out.
Third stolen base for Peter. Count runs at 3-2. Robinson pretty much in his tracks. And Romine played perfectly. Iwakuma deliberate as usual with a runner in base. Survives. Hangs a 0 on the Angels. 1-0 Mariners. We play the bottom of the second inning. Smoke Montero and Saunders against Dan Herron.
Justin 1 for 3 last night. Had a double and an RBI.
Looks at strike one. He's 3 for 17 against Dan Herron. Boy, good off-speed pitch at 82. He's got slow, and Bugs Bunny, doesn't he?
He does. And he will continue to change speeds. He won't give in to the hitters. Don't give him any pitches in the middle of the plate off Dan Herron. Justin last night, his double, he hit it down the left field line. On a line, it was a pitch that was probably, I don't know, a good 6 inches off the plate away.
1-2 pitch.
But I thought that was a good sign. The Angels now, they have the shift on, expecting him, if he hits it on the ground, to pull the ball. Justin has been a hot hitter in September. He's raised his batting average over 20 points in this month.
Strike 3. Ace dismissed. Back-to-back strikeouts for Herron. One out here in the second. Give you an idea. things going on here. A time-lapse look here at Safeco Field. Well, this fence will be coming in a little bit different look next year. Really different feel and dynamic to this ballpark, particularly for right-hand power hitters and lefties who go the other way. But you don't mind heights. This is good stuff. Love that time-lapse photography. Here's Montero. He went fishing there. Montero 1 for 5 last night. A 1-1 count here. Shortstop Romine throws over to Morales, 2 down. Here's Angie Mentink.
Hey guys, with just 2 games left, so we want to give a little something back to the fans, and so we have these jerseys here, okay, and they're really nice. I wish they'd let me go home with one of them, but a fan here at Safeco Field can. This is the deal. I'm going to make the password Mike Blowers, and Dave Sims, don't worry, I'll give you some love later because I have another one of these. But the first fan who comes here to the Ford Sports Desk and says Mike Blowers to me gets the jersey. So for those people watching at home, if you have somebody here at the stadium, you want to text them right now or call them and tell them, come find me here at the Ford Sports Desk, and they'll walk away with a jersey.
Not a bad deal. Michael Saunders stands in. He's behind 0-1. 19 homers for him. 54 runs batted in.
Well, we saw Seager hit his 20th home run of the year. I'm sure Michael would like to do that. It's another nice number for him. He has 19 home runs and 21 stolen bases, so he has a chance to be 20-20 on the season. That's pretty good stuff if he's able to do it.
Popped up. Third baseman Kai Espo coming in. And that'll do it for the Mariners in the second inning. They lead 1-0. Final game of the season tomorrow. A couple of good games ended in the final seconds, final minutes last week, and we have more this week on Root Sports. We bring you Big Sky Football Double Dip, sponsored by your local Ford store. Montana Grizzlies take on the Northern Colorado Bears at 12:30. Then at 4, UC Davis. The Aggies kick off against the Montana State Bobcats. All this action on Root Sports, your new home for Big Sky Football. Top of the order, Mike Trout here in the third. Grounded out to short in his first at bat. Open up the ball game against Iwakuma. Iwakuma struck out 3, walked 1. That's a heck of a weapon for Trout, too, to know. Push a bunt, drag a bunt,
And he also has 30 home runs on the year. And think he'll win the MVP?
He's going to get a lot of votes. Rookie of the year, that's a no-brainer. That's done. And 8 triples. He's going to get a lot of votes for MVP. I got to go with Cabrera. But this kid has been fabulous all season. Since his call up in early May. Tough play. Beat it out. Base hit.
Well, there you go. Cabrera leading in average home runs, RBIs, OPS, and you can see where Trout stands. All the traditional categories that everybody looks at. For Cabrera, he ends up winning the Triple Crown. First time since 1967. Carl Yastrzemski won it back then. It's been 45 years since somebody has been able to do it.
Frank Robinson in 66, Yaz in 67. Here's Howie Kendrick, hot hitter. Base hit to center. Trout to second in there. Stolen base, number 49. So he's got a bag. So does Borges.
And we'll take a look at our McDonald's Supermo and the head first slide by Mike Trout as he goes in safely.
Extending his big league lead. Rajai Davis has 45 for Toronto. Wild pitch. Showed bunt. Jaso barely got a glove on it. Maybe a stitch. That's about it. Wild pitch. So now Trout's at third with no outs.
This is a fastball again. Surprising that he would miss this badly with a fastball. Just pulled right across his body with it. As Kendrick was going to try to bunt Trout over to third, so now he won't have to do that. Trout gets to third, nobody out.
Kendrick coming off a 4 for 4, so it's 5 for 5 here in Seattle. Oh, 2 strikes.
Early in the game, it looks like Iwakuma has good movement on his fastball. Fastball ran in off the inside corner. Able to get Kendrick to swing over the top of it.
One and 2 to Howie. Inside, 2-2. Two to Kendrick. Struck him out. 4th strikeout for Iwakuma. 1 out here in the 3rd.
Well, pitch, middle of the plate, but it's down out of the strike zone. Like a slider. Kendrick able to swing over the top of it, so gets a strikeout and strands the runner at third so far. The Angels 0 for 3 with runners in scoring position. Pujols strikeout swinging his first time up on the slider.
Interesting to watch the attack here. Foul ball.
things we've seen from Pujols when we were down in Anaheim and even in this series. He looks like he wants to chase the fastball. That's well in off the plate. Iwakuma was able to throw one up last time. Maybe he'll try to get in there on his hands again as the Mariners had their infield up, trying to cut the run down.
Albert calls time. Behind 0-2 here. Dug out by Jaso, ball and 2 strikes. To the count. Slow roller. Bell, field, third base coach.
He tried the slider again. I'd like to see him throw that pitch off the plate away. That pitch is in the middle of the plate. It's down. I'd like to see if he can get it off the plate away and see if he can get Albert to chase it.
To Pujols. Foul again. Slow tapper by Trout started the inning off. Stole second, third on a wild pitch. Kendrick struck out. Pujols trying to pick him up. Stolen base for Trout is 49th. He with Cabrera leads the National League with 43. Struck him out with a good fastball.
Yeah, good strikeout for him.
So back-to-back strikeouts here in the second inning. It's 5 for the ballgame.
Well, he climbs the ladder on him. This time he goes with the strike zone up, out of the strike zone. Pujols can't catch up to it. Good pitch.
You think sometimes he doesn't trust his fastball? Because certainly tonight he's got a really good one.
Well, he does, and he has good movement on it tonight too. And I think that you're probably right about that. I think since he's gone into the rotation, he certainly has relied on his breaking ball a lot more. And with his fastball, he tries to pitch off the corners with it. Sometimes he gets into trouble doing that, but again, since he's gone into the rotation, what he's doing is working. And he seems to be able to pitch his way out of some trouble. But I certainly would like to see him use that fastball a little bit more.
Yeah, I agree. Two outs, Trout at third. Mariners 1-0 lead. Morales pitch. 0-2. Second inning, 2 outs. Iwakuma got Romine to fly to left to end that threat. On the doorstep right now, getting out of some trouble again. Blocked by Jaso, 1-2.
One and two count. See if he can make it 3 strikeouts in a row.
Why not? Kawasaki limbering, keeping limbering between pitches. Here's the 1-2. Not off.
Meantime, he's having to throw a lot of pitches, working here in the third. 56 pitches so far for Iwakuma, 38 of them for strikes. Seeing 19 pitches here in this inning. The Angels made Felix work last night, and they're making Iwakuma work here tonight.
Two outs, Trout at third. Good hitter in Morales. 1-2 pitch. Pulled on the ground. Ackley's there. Throws him out. He might be able to throw a baked potato in the microwave between pitches when Iwakuma's out there, but he's effective. He's got a 1-0 lead. Mariners lead 1-0. Kyle Seager's 20th home run of the season. Game 2 of a 3-game set as we wrap up the 2012 season. Trayvon Robinson's going to lead it off. Robinson, Kawasaki, and Ackley 8-9-1 against Dan Herron. Struck out 2, hasn't walked anybody. Just giving up the 1 hit to Seager home run. Opportunity today and tomorrow afternoon for Saunders and Smoke to join Seager in the 20 home run club. Both of those gentlemen sitting on 19.
Trayvon getting the play last night. See, it's going to be the 30th pitch for Herron coming up. Trayvon 1 for 3 last night with an RBI.
Crowds him. Ball 2.
Really good pitching by Iwakuma, wasn't it? Runner on third with nobody out, and that runner is Trout. It wouldn't have taken much of a fly ball to score him, and he ends up getting out of the inning.
The runner at second, 2 outs the inning before and got out of it. He continued to work Trayvon right under his hands, 3-1. Saw a lot of that last night. Trayvon going 1 for 3, get an RBI. RBI single in the 7th inning. 8-4. Angels win last night. There's a strike. He thought he had ball 4. He was mistaken. Full count. Todd Titchener umpired home plate. 3. Boy, they stayed inside there. That's the third strikeout for Herron. 2 looking. Here's Angie Menton.
Guys, one thing we know about the AL West, it will not end in a tie. If the Rangers win tonight, the division is theirs. And Josh Hamilton gets them one step closer to that. He doubles in Ian Kinsler. And again, if Oakland comes back to win tonight, well, then we're playing for all the marbles. Tomorrow, winner takes all. All right, I got my second password because, Dave, I asked you who your favorite boxer was, and you said Muhammad Ali. So the next person who can give me that password will get my next jersey that I'm giving away. Back to you.
All right, Angie, thank you. I had a chance to interview the champ before his Ernie Shavers fight. Dick Young, the sports editor, New York Daily News. Hey, kid, go up to Pond Lake and interview the champ. Got out of the press box, went up to the ropes, introduced myself. He looked at me, said, "Hey, how you doing, kid?" And I went, "Holla, holla, holla, holla." Ooh, that hurt. 2-0 pitch got way away from Herron.
This just squares him up. He threw a couple of pitches in on him. That one eventually gets him. All 3 pitches inside. That one hits him. Looks like a piece of his tricep and maybe his back.
One out base runner for the Mariners with Dustin Ackley, fouled out to the third baseman Kai Espo.
Kawasaki always getting a big lead. Usually gets a few throws over there to first, doesn't he?
Derek Lowe hated it. Went too low with Cleveland earlier in the season.
Well, he didn't like the push-ups after he dove back into first.
He really did not like that.
Oh, no.
Lowe now with the Yankees. Little sparrow plopped down at Yankee Stadium near second base. They had to come out and get it. Or trying to get it. And of course, everybody remembers the cat loose at the Kingdome. One to count to Ackley. Trying to move Kawasaki along. Off the plate, 2-1. Iwakuma threw 3 innings, has struck out 5. Limited the Angels to 3 hits. Mariners, their 1 hit. Kyle Seager's 20th home run. Kawasaki 1 out of 3 at base stealing. Dive back.
He's thrown over there a couple times. Go ahead and steal one now.
Why not? Two-one count, 1 out, runner on. There he goes. Throw by Krueger. And in time. Stolen base. Kawasaki down in scoring position now. 1 out. Second stolen base for Munenori Kawasaki.
Oh, we talked about the big lead that he gets, and he gets a good jump this time off of Herron. Able to steal that base easily as you take a look at the break.
3-1 count here to Ackley. Paints that outside corner. 3-2. 3-2 pitch. Foul off. Still seeing that front side flying wide open.
You can see it. Yeah, it's leaking out towards the right field. And one of the things, he's just been really inconsistent. At times he gets that front shoulder and is able to keep it in there, and when he does that, he hits the ball hard. But this year it's been difficult for him as he drifts forward. That front shoulder starts to leak out towards right center field. That's why you see so many pitchers. Yeah, they throw fastballs away, and that's what's happening in this at bat. A lot of the pitches away. That last pitch is in the middle of the plate.
3-2 to Ackley with Kawasaki down at second base. Tomahawks it out of here, foul. Two pitch to Ackley. Well hit left field. Trout step on the track. Kawasaki will hold there. Trout gets it back in. 2 outs here in the third this week on Root Sports. It's the high school football game of the week. Don't miss the Curtis Vikings taking on the Spenaway Lake Sentinels Thursday at 7 p.m. Catch your favorite local teams in action every Thursday this fall on Root Sports.
Bring up Casper Wells. Casper grounded out to first base, his first at bat in the first inning. He can drive in a run. Casper came with a home run last night. His 9th home run of the year.
Back. Yankees and Red Sox playing the 12th. Bottom of the 12th, tied at 3-3. Orioles have won. The Tampa Bay 1-0. 0-1. Pretty good. Gorgeous long run. But he gets under. That'll do it as the Mariners leave a runner stranded at second in this 1-0 lead.
Quickly, I'm going to have to make people work a little harder for it. So my next clue for the next jersey is I need the name of the Major League player who last won the Triple Crown. It's not a hard one. We've been talking about this the last a lot the last couple days, but you know, just a little something for the effort, right? All right.
Good call, Angie. Hey, the texting services are working overtime tonight here in Seattle. Good stuff. 1-0 on a Kyle Seager first inning home run. His 20th of the season. Sashi Iwakuma threw 3 and struck out 5, walked 1.
He hasn't had an easy inning yet. All 3 innings he's had at least 1 runner in scoring position.
Line drive left field. Trayvon Robinson right there. Off the bat of Kai Espo, 1 down. Following Kai Espo is Mark Trumbo. Took a called 3rd strike in the 2nd inning.
It was a good slider from Iwakuma that he threw him. Started it at his hip. Broke it right back in on the inside corner.
Worked him away for a strike. Get Trumbo in an 0-2 hole again. Here's the pitch to Trumbo. Boy, hit it off the end of the bat. Smoke taking himself. Quick 2 outs. Good pitch.
Yeah.
Big story today was the announcement that the Mariners are going to move the fences in left field, out through center field.
Yeah, maybe that fly ball that Casper Wells hit a little bit more interesting with the fences in next year.
For sure. And Conger grounded out the Smoke. Iwakuma covered for the out. That was in the 2nd inning. Strike 1. Down low. 1-1.
Well, Iwakuma needed a quick inning. He can get it if he can retire this batter.
He's going to get it done, although this is hit a long way. Saunders looks like he's got a beat on it, and he does right at the fence. So pretty quick inning. Although Conger put a charge into that one, 1-0 Mariners. Wells, his fly ball to deep center field. That is Borges. Look at that, right foot just on the track. And then just moments ago, Hank Conger hit one to the track. So as you project ahead to next year, Mike, 378 to the right of that 378 is where Wells' ball went, and to the right of the 401 is where Conger's ball went.
Yeah, both of them would have been close, and you hope for the Mariners next year that a few more of those in that area, they can pick up some more runs because of it.
Kyle Seager counted for the only score in this game. 3-1 pitch back in the first inning. His 20th home run.
Home run that he hit well back into the stands.
Yeah. I think that's out at the 29 other yards, right?
I would believe, yes.
A 2-0 count here. Strike. Time called. Comebacker. Easy play, one down. John Jaso be the next hitter. Hey kids, while the Mariners play in the Safeco Field Diamond, you're invited to play in an area made just for you, the Seattle Children's Playfield. It's located on the main concourse in center field. And while you're there, pay a visit to the Moose Den and have your photo taken with none other than the Mariner Moose. Plate, ball one for Jaso, struck out on 3 pitches. First time up. Solidly struck. Badly played by Kendrick. Jaso's aboard. Howie had a nightmare last night. He made 2 errors last night while going 4 for 4 at the dish.
A couple of errors in the game last night on some routine plays, and although this one's hit hard, definitely a play that a major league second baseman should make. He hits off the grass, gets a long hop, and just whipped it. He's having a tough time right now. Bring up Justin Smoke. Justin, a strikeout victim his first time up, struck out looking.
Smoke sitting on 19 home runs, as is Saunders. Takes strike one, second time. Second at bat in a row now. He's taking first pitch fastball for strike. Beats a shit. That'll work. Jaso on his way to third. He'll get there safely. Smoke's got other issues. Wow, he made it. Good for him. Throw wasn't great by Trout, and he was able to get in there for a double, his 14th, and now the Mariners with 1 out and runners at second and third.
Well, they had the shift on again to the third baseman, Cayespo, well off the line as he hits his ground ball. Had a double last night down the left field line. Here's another one. Trout, I thought, had a chance to throw him out, but the throw was wide of the base and gave him time to slide in safely. The Mariners now with just 1 out have some action again. Runners at second and third.
See if they can get a good at bat from Montero, who grounded out to short. Second Mariner hit tonight. All one. Krueger, fine job. 2-0. Good count for Montero.
Montero likes to be aggressive in these counts, but think he has to understand first base is open and you have a veteran pitcher. I doubt he's going to get a fastball in the middle of the plate to hit.
Caught way in between there, 2-1.
It was a changeup or a split inside, just 83 miles an hour on the inside corner.
But a 2-1 here. Foul. Great opportunity here for the Mariners. Montero 2-2. 1 out, runners at second and third. Stick one by him.
Was it well off the plate? Michael Saunders waiting on deck.
Rack him at 3-2.
Like Herron wanted to throw that pitch off the plate away. A lot of times with his two-seamer, he'll try to start it off the plate and run it on the corner, but that one ended up in the middle. That was a mistake. Montero wasn't able to take advantage of it. See what he gets this time.
Payoff. Strike him out. Strikeout number 4. Got big doings. Angie Mentic, what do you have?
Yeah, a check of the Yankees Boston Red Sox game. We let you know that Raul Ibanez tied that game up in the bottom of the 9th inning with a home run. And who's the hero? It's Raul Ibanez. In the 11th, a single wins it. There's no way they're going to be able to throw him out here. And the Yankees win in walk-off fashion. 4-3 is the way it ends. Guys?
Baltimore won earlier, so they go into game number 162 tomorrow. Yankees with a 1-game lead. Chris Davis, a home run, gave Baltimore a 1-0 win. Here's Saunders, 1-0 pitch. Texas leads the Athletics 1-0 in Oakland. Top of the 5th. Foul ball. Two-out knock. That's what the Mariners need here. One pitch. Borges can run. Can he catch it? No, sir. Off the base of the fence. 2-run score. Mariners have a 3-0 lead. Saunders with a 2-run double. That's his 30th two-bagger of the season in RBIs 55 and 56. And yes, next year at this time, that's a 3-run jack.
You know, Michael hits this ball hard. You can see it running away from him. Gives it a good ride. It'll hit the base of the fence out in center field, as Dave mentioned. Next year, that'll be a home run. Dave, you're about to come up with a big hit. Those have been hard to come by lately for the Mariners. So Michael Saunders with 2 outs picks up a couple of RBIs.
If Robinson can keep it going with 2 outs, they've been working him inside. He took a called third strike his first time up. That ball that Saunders just hit to the right of the Mariner logo. A little bit different next year. There you go. 22, Robinson.
One of the things we heard from Jack Zarenzik, just wanting to make it fair. I think that's fair. He hit over 400 feet.
Yeah. Get some kind of reward. A lot of those doubles turn him into homers next year. Changes the entire face of the organization if that happens. Held on by Krueger. Robinson's gone. Strikes out for the second time, but the big news, Michael Saunders, a 2-run double. Increases the Mariner lead to 3-0.
To you by Banner Bank, better ideas, better banking. And by the Emerald Queen Casino, presenting Hilarious Funny Man Sinbad November 10th. For tickets, go to emeraldqueen.com. You're looking at a live look at the pen. Guys, Oktoberfest, that would be a good password, but I'm not going to go that easy. So this is what I'm thinking for my next password. I'm just going to keep going down through the announcers. Where did Rick Riz go to college? The next person who has the answer to that question and comes to me at the Ford Sports Desk, I will give my next jersey to.
Moving a lot of product, huh?
Yes, it's good. They're going fast. People are on this.
I like it. 1-1 to Peter Borges leading off here in the 5th. Borges, Romine, and Trout, 8-9-1. Mariners lead 3-0. First inning home run by Kyle Seager. 4th inning, 2-run, 2-out double by Michael Saunders.
Borges walked his first time up. You can see pitch count a little bit high for Iwakuma. Not bad. 67 pitches.
Three-1 here to Borges. count. Nick, a proud owner of a jersey, took Angie 40 seconds to get a winner. I knew where Rico went, where he matriculated, as Howard Cosell used to say. Ball hit pretty well. Trayvon Robinson going back. Got it dialed in, makes a catch, one down. Seven in a row retired now by Iwakuma. Andrew Romine, young infielder, flied out to left his first time. Iwakuma struck out 5, walked 1. Giving up no runs and 3 hits. Larry LaRue, his final home game. Longtime writer, covering the Mariners, Tacoma News Tribune. One of the great gentlemen, good guy, a lot of fun, very talented guy. His final game after many a year on the Mariners beat, and he will be missed.
I think he started in 1987 covering the Mariners.
Those of you of a certain age will know that we'll get it when you hear that a lot of people refer to Larry LaRue as Lash LaRue, dating back to the old Cowboy. Is that back in the 30s? The old series. 2-1. Base hit. Robinson will cut it off.
Hey Kevin, you can hear me.
Chuck Armstrong bidding adieu to Mr. LaRue. Standing writer and reporter. Terrific guy. Does a terrific job in terms of writing up the bios of players, and he also does a great job taking a lot of photographs.
Pictures, yeah.
He sends out these yearly, sends out a disc to everybody, most of the guys in the media on the beat, TV and radio crew.
Looked like he was getting ready to dig into the cake they have for him up there.
Top of the order, here's Mike Trout. Breaking ball for strike. Larry on his Twitter account has written that if the 2013 dimensions were in play right now, this would be a 9-5 ball game. Look out. Oh, 2 here to Mike Trout, who's ground out to short. Reached on an infield hit, stole second. It was wild pitch to third. Back in the 3rd inning. Same pitch, you got Trumbo on.
Well, that one a little bit further inside.
1-2. Slow breaking ball. Good one. Trout, he's gone. That's strikeout number 6, and more interesting things going on, Angie Mentink.
Yeah, well, the last time we checked in on that Texas-Oakland game, Texas was on top. That is not the case anymore. Oakland has taken the lead. Derek Norris singles to right field. Maybe this would have been a little less harmful, but Nelson Cruz boots it, and that allows Josh Donaldson and Brandon Moss to come around to score. It's the second run, obviously, doing the damage there. 2-1 now in the 6th inning, guys.
Boy, I tell you what, who knew? Here was a throwing duck special there. Line drive, Howie Kendrick going all the way to third is Romine. He'll get there. Saunders bobbles in center field. So runners at the corners, 2 outs for the Angels here in the 5th.
Howie Kendrick
He is hot. 4 for 4 yesterday, and he's already 2 for 3 as he hits this right back at Iwakuma. Solid base hit. Wow, that is going to be something. If Oakland can come back and win that game.
Are you kidding? That'd be tied.
Be all
championship
tied
tomorrow.
Right.
Oh, man.
What did you say last night? How far was Texas out in front? 9 games?
I had them, I'll go back in my book here. It was August 31st. I think it was 9 games.
It was.
And Oakland was 9 back in 3rd place. Yeah, there it is right here on July 18th.
Wow.
Oakland 3rd place, 9 back at Texas. And Oakland can still get the best record in the American League if they can win tonight, win tomorrow, and get some more help.
They've been a hot club.
Woo. So one tiebreaker, head-to-head Yankees and the A's, and that's tied at 5-5. The next tiebreaker who has the best record in the second 81 games, and it would be Oakland. They continue to win out. Meanwhile, Iwakuma's got some issues here. Pujols, runners at the corners, 2 outs, 1-0 count. Under his hands, didn't like that call. 1-1. Albert struck out twice thus far.
Well, he's had runners in scoring position in 4 of the 5 innings now, but he's been able to hold the Angels 0 for 5 in those situations.
One to Pujols. Waving and coming up empty. 1-2.
Well, that's been an effective pitch against Albert. If you can get that pitch down off the plate, Aaron has been able to get him to chase it. Let's throw him those fastballs. You can throw way inside to him, and he's having a tough time laying off of that.
Big 2-out pitch. 1-2 here to Albert. Smoke might have a play. Can he? No. Can I get it? Mentioned Iwakuma comes in with good numbers against the Angels. This is his 5th game, 4th start. 3-0 with a 1.54 ERA. Beat him just 5 days ago, most recently. Angels out hitting the Mariners 5-3, but Mariners lead it 3-0. 1-2 to Pujols. Broken bat ground ball. Reminder, tomorrow 3:40 start time. Let's pitching matchup. Jared Weaver against Blake Bevan. If Blake can finish up at 500. Weaver's already got his 20th win. 3:40 start tomorrow. Be on the air at 3. 1-2 to Pujols. Still Wade 2-2.
Tried it again, and that time maybe just a little bit too far off the plate. Albert able to lay off of it.
Dominant hitter of his generation, Albert Pujols. Look at his credentials. There's a slew of Hall of Famers he's joined in multiple categories. Here's the 2-2. Chase Hill's glove. Iwakuma checks the runner at first. Howie Kendrick 2-2 to Albert Pujols. Struck him out! How about that? 7th strikeout of the night. The 3rd time Iwakuma is Cade Albert Pujols, and he does it this time with 2 men on. 3-0 Mariners. One of the most exciting days in Mariners history. And it will be brought to you by the late, great Dave Niehaus. Telling the story, there's the statue of the Hall of Famer. What a great night. 17 years ago today. We'll have that for you a little bit later. Here's Kawasaki fouling one off. He's behind 0-2.
It'll be great to hear his voice again, won't it?
Yes, sir. Swing and a miss. Tagged by Krueger. Kawasaki's going. I remember calling Dave after, I want to say, year 2. Called him up, I think, right before, right after Christmas. What are you doing? Nothing. And I'm good at it.
He used to. Talking about us going into the playoffs now and watching the postseason. He would call me after every game. I don't think he missed one of them.
Oh.
Watch that game. It was great.
There was no bigger fan of MLB Network either.
No.
Foul ball. Ackley tonight fouled out to the third baseman. Kai Espo flied out to left. Mariners got a run in the first. Kyle Seager's 20th home run. Then a 2-out, 2-run double in the fourth by Michael Saunders. With his 3-0 lead, Hisashi Iwakuma, he has been stellar. 7 strikeouts, 1 walk. Giving up no runs on 5 hits. Dodgers got to win to stay alive. They're in a 4-1 hole. Strike 3 called. Ackley stunned. He's gone. 2 down. Back-to-back. Make that 3 strikeouts in a row. And 4 strikeouts in the last 5 hitters for Dan Herron. Mariners regular season is going to wrap up with the U.S. Bank Mariners matinee tomorrow. 3:40 start time against the Angels. Spend your day here at the ballpark. Get some good old baseball. And get you a last look at blue skies and green grass here at Safeco Field until next spring. Get your tickets to tomorrow's 3:40 matinee at Mariners.com. Outside to Casper Wells. 0 for 2. Strikeout of Ackley is the 7th strikeout for Dan Herron. And a little groove here. 4 strikeouts in the last 5 hitters, but the one hit he gave up was that 2-out, 2-run double to Saunders.
He looks like he's starting to dial up the outside corner on the guys, whether you're a lefty or a righty. He's going to the outside part of the plate.
looking foul. Change dimensions next year, that's still going to be a foul ball. Two. Three calls. Aaron bulldog in that inning. Strikeout swinging, looking, and looking. Short work. 3-0 Mariners.
Is brought to you by Northern Quest Casino, Spokane's newest destination resort. And by Ford, we are local. And by Amica Insurance. Guys, I'm kind of getting tricky. I just put out the next clue on our Twitter feed at @rootsports_NW, hashtag AngieM. So the next person who can give me the password will get this Mariners jersey that I'm holding.
Sounds good. Keep it going. Anderson Morales leading off, followed by Alberto Callaspo and Mark Trumbo, 4, 5, and 6. So far tonight, Morales infield hit, dribbler down the third baseline, and then a ground for a base hit, and then a ground out to second. Again, good fastball, 2-1.
That's good movement on it again. That fast fastball, 89 miles an hour, running off the outside corner. For Iwakuma now, he's throwing 90 pitches, working here in the 6th inning. Season high is 109.
Ackley deep in right field and throws out Morales. Take a look at the Mariners calendar, brought to you by Sleep Country USA. Next year, that is your American League West. Mariners, A's, Angels, Rangers, and we welcome the Houston Astros. 6 series against each team.
I guess just thinking about that, Astros are going to have to go out. I mean, they need a lot of help, but they're going to have to find a DH now.
New ownership, and they've moved a lot of guys the last few months. Bo Porter, his first base coach with Washington, he'll take over as the new MGR. Here's the 1-0 pitch here to Callaspo.
.93 pitches. Again, a season high is 109. Thrown 100 pitches plus 3 times this year.
Outside Bouncing ball. Smoke. Can't get it. Well, it's hit hard.
It was a lot of top spin on that when he tried to come in and get it on the short hop and wasn't quite quick enough to smother it as it goes off the heel of his glove. We'll take a look at Justin coming in, decides to come in and get it. Top spin, ball bounces straight up off the heel of his glove. That'll be an error.
So 1 out and aboard after the E3. Mark Trumbo, the hitter. Trumbo struck out looking and grounded out the smoke. Good pitch. 0-1 to Trumbo.
Carter Capps. Haven't seen Carter in a few days. Crank it up. A little bit different look for the Angels when he comes in. Carter fastball will be in the upper 90s, maybe hit 100.
Fooled him big time on that pitch. One out, one on. An 0-2 pitch. He's hit for Trumbo. His first hit this evening. And here come the Angels. 1 out, 2 on here in the 6th inning. We want you to join in on the conversation for up-to-date game information and live interaction. Make sure you to like Root Sports on Facebook and follow us on Twitter.
This will be another inning with runners in scoring position. Iwakuma has held the Angels to an 0 for 6 with runners in scoring position so far, but this is 5 out of the 6 innings that he's pitched where he's had runners out at least at second base, and he's kind of getting to the end of it now. 97 pitches. Again, his high 109. He's been 101 twice. So he's kind of getting to the end of it for Iwakuma. He's had to work hard to get through the 6 innings so far.
Hank Conger with 2 on. Slow breaking ball for strike 1. Hank tonight rounded out the first and hit a ball deep to center field that was caught by Saunders on the track.
They play Conger straight away in the outfield.
Nice job by Chase. 1-1.
A little bit fortunate with the backhand on that pitch that was thrown in the dirt. Looked like maybe it was a cut fastball trying to get on his hands and he just spiked it.
Give you an idea kind of night that Iwakuma's had this evening. He struck out Albert Pujols 3 times. And each time with runners on board. Got 7 strikeouts, giving up no runs on 6 hits, but in trouble here, tying runs at the plate.
Pitches. If he can get through this inning, that will be it for him.
Missed. 2-2. Capps continues to heat up. I saw him on 29th. He's at Oakland, 3rd of an inning. 2-2. Three. There's the front end. Back in. Iwakuma's there. Oh, he dropped it. Runners will hold at third.
I'm not sure he was going to be able to keep his foot on the bag.
Almost hit a 3-6-1 double play.
Probably one of the toughest double plays to turn. Good play by Smoke. Kawasaki gets rid of it quickly, and you can see him reach. Yep, he would have his foot on the bag.
So they get out number 2. Over to third. Tough break. Is Kayaspo with Krueger at first. Almost got out of the inning. Peter Borges walk, stolen base. That was back in the second. Fly out to left in the fifth.
There you go. Good job. 0 for 7 so far.
King of managers in the American League. Matter of fact, in all of baseball. Like Socha. 1-1. Come back here. He's got to get out of it. Boy, a lot of well-deserved attaboys for Hisashi Iwakuma. They have stranded a small village of Angels on the base paths tonight. He leads 3-0.
I challenge someone to tell me a crazier story than the Oakland A's this season in Major League Baseball. It's absolutely nuts. If they win out, they will win the West. And Johnny Gomes has just given them another insurance run, his 18th of the year off of Matt Harrison. It's now 3-1 in the 7th inning. So Texas with 8 outs remaining. And here's the crazy thing, guys. Somehow, some way, if Texas falls to the wild card slot, they could be on the road.
It's not what Ron Washington and the Rangers had in mind a few weeks ago.
No, not at all.
Oh, 1 here to Seager. 3-1 pitch, first inning, 2 outs. He homered his 20th. the season, his 85th RBI. Since then, he's grounded back to Dan Herron.
Well, when we were down in Texas, we were talking about Ron, and he had some guys that were banged up, and he wasn't able to get on the rest. And this ball's driven into the gap out in left center field.
Gorgeous, Trout, neither one. Seager in there safely. Double for Seager, his 34th.
Good hustle double by Kyle. It looked like Trout was going to be able to make the play on it. The fly ball in the left center field. The ball slicing back towards Trout. It looked like he pulled off of it thinking Borges, the center fielder, was going to make a catch. They ended up looking at each other, and the ball drops in. Kyle hustling the entire time, able to get into second with a good double as Borges makes a strong throw back into second.
We got two guys with premium speed. I thought that was going to get caught. Mariners will take it. Nice. Oh, he gets through. It gets through Morales. Stop sign for Seager. Now a bobble in right field by Trumbo. Seager scores. For 4-0 Mariners.
Give Jaso a base hit on that. A little bit of an ole by Morales, the first baseman. Take a look at it again. Going to the backhanded side, it looked like Morales. Boy. Then after it gets out into right field, Trumbo actually fields it. They're holding Kyle Seager up, and he drops it. See Kyle, they hold him up. He drops it, and then Kyle decides to take off, and he'll end up scoring. So that will not be an RBI for Jaso, but he'll pick up a base hit.
Couple of errors yesterday, 2 errors tonight. Ground ball foul.
Good news, the Mariners were able to take advantage of it, scoring on that error. And then there also was an error last inning, or excuse me, in the 4th inning by Kendrick when Jaso was hitting, and they picked up a run on that.
Error by Trumbo. Seager head up, watching the play, saw the bobble, and he was able to score. Kendrick goes to Romine, to Morales for the double play. Quick 2 outs. First double play tonight by the Angels.
'90th pitch coming up for Herron.
For 4-0 Mariners. Here in the 6th, strike 1 to Montero. Grounded out to short and strikeout.
Jordan Walden getting loose for the Angels.
Through the hole, base hit. Montero with a base hit. He's 1 for 3 tonight. It's the 3rd hit this inning. Herron in the 5th and struck out the side. Time now for the Benner Bank building to the future. How about Brad Miller? We saw him a couple years ago. High draft choice out of Clemson. Put up some great numbers. High Desert in Jackson, 334. Wow, 186 hits. Swinging the bats, that's what it's all about. Get them up here. Take a look at him. Who was the kid last night we looked at?
Stephen Romero.
Stephen Romero had
68 or 69 hits.
Good stuff.
A couple of stops for him, hitting 357 and 347 with some home runs.
Yeah. Good sized kid we found out tonight. Here's Saunders 0-1. Hits this one hard. Base hit down in the corner. Montero to second. He'll get the 3rd. Saunders to second. Now they're going to wave him. Uh-oh. And it gets away. The relay gets away. And Saunders is going to make it to 3rd. 5-0 Mariners. Some sloppy play by the Angels. The Mariners taking advantage of it.
We'll take a look at this ball. Is a rocket hit by Morales right over the top of his head. Can't get his glove up in time. It's by him. So Saunders hit the ball extremely hard his last 2 times up. And then Trumbo has some more issues out in right field. They may have had a play, but he misses the cutoff man as this ball goes out in the middle of the diamond, and Saunders will move up to third.
It's the cutoff man by a mile.
We haven't seen this kind of play from the Angels all year, and again, we talked about it, Dave, at the start of this game. After getting knocked out of contention in last night's game with the A's winning.
Sure.
Maybe there'd be a little bit of a letdown. It sure looks like it.
Second error this inning. 3 on the game. Robinson with a chance to pick up another run. He's ahead in the count 2-0. Rip 2-1. Four hits this inning. Ball down to Caspo. And just gets Robinson. That'll do it. Good inning. Mariners with a couple of runs on 4 hits, 2 errors, and a man left. 5-0 Seattle.
Nothing. Meantime, the Mets were in Miami, and it was a special day for Marlins pinch hitter Adam Greenberg, who had a one-day contract with the Marlins. Originally reached the majors in 2005 at the first pitch he saw, hit him in the back of the head, derailed his career. Today, well, he struck out against R.A. Dickey, but he received nothing but love from his teammates and the fans. Guys, back upstairs. Just a fantastic story.
So glad that he could recover and get an opportunity to live out the dream. Boy, first pitch that they had seen a couple of years ago. Wow, a few years ago.
And probably able to get rid of a lot of demons with that at bat.
Yeah,
get back in there.
I see the guys appreciating his efforts and his determination to get back. Here's Carter Capps after Iwakuma throws 6 outstanding innings. And the Cap's going to bring some heat now. Andrew Romine, Mike Trout, Howie Kendrick, 9-1-2. And he's lead 3-1 at home against Texas. So popped up foul. Root Sports would like to say congratulations to our audio mixer Lee and his beautiful wife Jeanette Collette on their 29th wedding anniversary today. Way to go, Lee and Jeanette. Good stuff.
Congratulations.
Two. Romine tonight 1 for 2. Fly to left, single to left. Two.
And as usual, Carter rushing it up there. Stopped out at 98 so far.
Cool night like tonight. That's not a lot of laughs for the hitter. 2-2 to Romine. Up high. Three and two. Walked. Iwakuma walked one. Herron has not walked anybody, so that's the second walk of the ball game. Top of the order, Mike Trout. And an infield hit tonight, stolen base, 1 for 3. Runner goes, good jump. Jaso's throw, not in time. Third Angel stolen base this evening. Borges and Trout have the other two. And for Romine, his first stolen base. Outside.
Carter's struggling. 10 pitches, only 4 strikes.
Drop 1 for 3 against Carter. Swing and a miss by Trout. 2-2.
Jordan Walden continues to throw in the Angels bullpen, so it looks like Dan Herron is finished. Didn't get a lot of help from his defense tonight.
Sure did. 3 errors tonight.
Well, Mariners took advantage of it. That's the good news.
All 3 errors. Helping the Mariner cause, 1 in the 4th, 2 in the 6th. 2-2. Top of the 8th. Athletics 3-1 over Texas. Tie them with the Rangers on top of the West Division. Championship game will be tomorrow night. Swing and a miss. Goodbye to Trout. 1 out. 1 down here in the 7th. Visit the official online shop of the Seattle Mariners at mariners.com. You can browse the largest online selection of authentic team gear, including official caps, t-shirts, jerseys, collectibles, and more. Get your team gear straight from the source. Shop the mariners.com shop. Howie Kendrick's been hanging out line drives the last 2 nights. How's this one back? Hit that breaking ball again, 2-1. That's on his to-do list during the offseason. Interesting to watch him next spring with no doubt some renewed confidence and better execution of that pitch. 2-2.
For Carter, it's one of the reasons why when Wedge puts him in, he's typically left him out there for a couple of innings so he can throw some pitches and work his way through it. And usually in the second inning that he goes out, we see a better slider from him. He always seems to show up with a really good fastball. Command is hit or miss with him, but again, not much experience for him.
That is a foul ball.
That was a better breaking ball there. Pitched down in the zone.
Two. Struck him out. Just overpowered it. Back-to-back Ks after an opening walk. 2 outs and a bring up Pujols. Time for the Sterling Bank. Nobody works harder for you. How about Iwakuma? His line tonight really impressive, and he got out of a lot of jams.
Had runners in scoring position 5 out of the 6 innings, but as Dave mentioned, able to pitch out of it. Gave up just 6 hits, no runs, 1 walk, 7 strikeouts through 105 pitches for Iwakuma.
Stranded 8 runners.
It's a good way to finish up the season.
Sure is. Balls. Ground ball to Ackley. Good job by Carter Capps. He walked his first man, then goes strikeout, ground out. Bottom of the 7th coming up. Mariners lead at 5-0.
In moderation to life, love, and loot. Hi, everybody. Angie Bentinck here at the Ford Sports Desk. And coming up in just a little bit, we're going to flash back to this day in Mariners history, to that one-game playoff against the Angels. But before then, our next clue. And the winner who can tell me the answers to this next clue will get our next Mariners jersey that we're giving away. And the question is, who scored the first run in that one-game playoff? That is your question. That's for the Mariners. For the Mariners. All right, let's get you upstairs to Dave and Mike, guys.
All right, Angie, thank you very much. Jordan Walton takes over for Dan Herron.
It's amazing, isn't it? I played in the game, and I can't think of who it is.
It's all right. That's something. Get in the Wayback Machine. See what you find.
Jordan Walden will take over for the Angels. Base Kawasaki. Kawasaki's 0 for 1. He was hit in the back and stole a base and also struck out swinging.
Swinging away, fouls one off, strike one.
Numbers for Walden: a 3.65 ERA, 47 strikeouts and 37 innings pitched. And as you can see by those two fastballs, he throws hard.
Still jumping his way to home plate.
Yeah.
Really popped that glove. 1-2. Kawasaki's gone. One out here in the 7th.
We'll take a look at the line for Dan Herron tonight. 6 innings pitched, 7 hits, 5 runs. Only 3 of them earned. Again, the Angels making 3 errors behind Herron tonight. Didn't walk anybody. 8 strikeouts through 98 pitches. 64 of those for strikes.
Ryan Cook just threw his second effective inning. Oakland leads 3-1, bottom 8 over Texas. Ackley fouls one off. Just outside, 1-1.
One of the pickups for the Rangers is going to probably have to go tomorrow. Ryan Dempster due to pitch for the Rangers tomorrow.
Griffin. The Athletics. How about this? Yankees, Red Sox, dice game against the rookie Kuroda. Tillman against Hellickson in the Baltimore Tampa Bay game. Slow roller, Ackley's the fast runner. Flip. Just got him. 2 outs here in the Mariners' home 7th. This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Seattle Mariners. It may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Seattle Mariners. 2 outs in the 7th. Casper Wells and a pen. A lot of those folks have been here through batting practice. Next to last game of the season. Enjoying some good times out there. Wells, strike one. Two. Mariners are running the first 2 in the 4th, 2 in the 6th. Imagine the mind games if Oakland wins this thing. Mind games that played in the heads of the Texas players.
I thought going into the series a lot of pressure on the Rangers. We talked about the A's having just come from there and how loose they have been.
That game's on at 12:30 Pacific time tomorrow, so keep tabs on that. Got a 3-2 count here to Wells. Boy, hits it well. Center field. Gorgeous long run. Track. At the wall, he makes the catch. That's 4 balls hit out where next year they could be round trippers. Mariners lead at 5-0.
Welcome back. Seattle Mariners Baseball on Road Sports is brought to you by Snoqualmie Casino, Seattle's premier entertainment, gaming, and dining destination. And by Sterling Bank. Life is about the good stuff. Your bank should be too. Visit our new website at bankwithsterling.com. As we speak, I'm actually handing over a jersey to Linda, who guessed our trivia question correctly. Dan Wilson, Dan the Man, was the person to score the first run in that one-game playoff against the Angels so many years back. And the guy who scored the second run, he's in the next booth over. That would be our Mike Flowers on Luis Sojo's double. Everybody remembers that. I had several people come up and say Mike Flowers. I'm like, nope, wasn't Mike Flowers. He scored the next run. Everybody scores.
Yeah, bases were loaded, and I was on third, so I scored the first run in that situation. But Danny scored the first run of the game for us.
But you had forgotten about Danny?
I knew that we had scored before that hit, and I knew that it was a tight game at that point, but I couldn't remember who had scored the first run, and it was Dan. All I had to do was go next door and ask him, and he would have been able to tell me.
That's right. 1-2 to count here. Carter Capps in his second inning of work, and he gets Morales. Third strikeout for Carter Capps. That's what you were talking about, second inning. These last, 3-4 appearances, right?
Yeah, he seems to get a better feel. I mean, a better command of his fastball, but more importantly, his breaking ball, it seems to be a little bit sharper and able to throw it for strikes when he wants to.
$14,353 on hand. This next to last game here of 2012. Callasco breaking ball for strike one. He's ahead 0-2.
Andrew Taylor. Montana for the Angels getting loose.
Shepard foul. He's playing in the bottom of the eighth, leading 3-1. Trayvon Robinson coming on. Seager going back. Kyle makes the play. 2 outs. Nothing. Mariner lead. 5 runs, 7 hits, and an error. Angels no runs, 6 hits, and 3 errors. Switching out of the way of that. Trumbo struck out looking, grounded out the first, and got a single to left. Seven, all 2. Uncomfortable at bat would be the operative phrase for Mr. Trumbo.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Capps has struck out 3, walked 1. Second inning of work here. Congress on deck. Strike 3-1. 3-1. Good heat. Another addition to that probably might work. Three-two. Bouncing ball off the glove of Seager. Down into the corner. And they get it back in. 2-base hit for Mark Trimbo, his 19th double. Get your seat right now to see Felix and the Mariners next season here at Safeco Field when you gear up for the 2013 action. Mariners season tickets. You're going to get great benefits that include a guaranteed seat location, big savings off of single game ticket pricing, and much, much more. So be a part of the action and unforgettable memories with Mariners season tickets. Here's the number: 206-346-4001. Second hit tonight for Trumbo. That brings up Hank Conger. 0 for 3. Hit ball deep to the track in center field that was caught by Saunders.
About the job of the Mariners pitching tonight. Big part of that was Iwakuma, but they've held the Angels to an 0 for 11 with runners in scoring position tonight.
That is impressive. 1-0. Popped up play. Hackley's under it. 8 complete here in Seattle. Let's take you back 17 years ago today. One of the great moments in Seattle sports history is told by the one, the only, the Hall of Famer Dave Niehaus.
Future Hall of Famer.
Hall of Fame mullet too. That's something effort.
Yeah, it really was. It was quite an evening.
They've had a lot of fun, but you can hear the energy, the emotion in his voice, especially after all the tough years of the early years of this franchise. How big that was. Big news today. Moving the fences. Maybe that'll help some of the Mariner offense as we move forward starting next year. Been about 4 balls hit tonight. Jasper Wells has got 2 of them that would be home runs in the new configuration.
Andrew Taylor, the left-hander, taking over. See, just 2/3 of an inning for him. September call up for the Angels. Chance to pitch an inning here.
Seager pops it up. Morales has room. One out here in the Mariners' 8th. Hey, Mariner fans, sign up for Root Sports Red Alerts to get exclusive offers and giveaways, Northwest sports updates, and the latest programming highlights. Just text fans at 733-733 and get in on all the action. Breaking ball to John Jaso, misses. Jaso tonight 1 for 3. Been on base twice. He reached on an error by Kendrick and scored in the 4th inning. Top of the 9th coming up in Oakland. 3-1 Athletics over the Rangers. Athletics hold on and win. It'll be a tie atop the Western Division of the American League.
Tom Wilhelmsen getting loose for the Mariners in the pen. Tom will get an inning's worth of work.
2-0. In there for strike. Crowded him, missed. 3-1. Mark the full count.
There's Tom.
Tom will be facing 8, 9, and 1 in the order for the Angels. Jaso works a walk. See what Smoke can do when he gets up. Mariners team stores are saying thanks to all fans for their season-long support with the biggest sale of the year. Don't miss the fan appreciation sale going on right now at all 5 Mariners team stores. You can save 25 to 50% off select caps, apparels, souvenirs, and game-used memorabilia. Hurry, the Mariners team store fan appreciation sale. It's going to end tomorrow. Hard hit. That'll get into left field, and should be a base hit. The ball was really hit hard. It is.
Yeah. Second base hit of the night for Justin, so he's 2 for 4. Yeah, continues his hot hitting.
Again on the barrel.
A lot of top spin on this ground ball. Eats Cayespo up.
Well, he did well to just get a glove of that piece.
I agree. Jesus Montero 1 for 3 tonight.
0-1 pitch back in the 6th. Single to left, came around and scored. An error by the right fielder Mark Trimbo. So the Mariners runners at first and second, 1 out. 5-0 lead. A run in the first, 2 in the 4th, 2 in the 6th. Seager hit his 20th home run in the first inning. A 2-run, 2-out double in the 4th by Saunders. Couple errors led to runs, and here's a shot to right field coming on. Cole Calhoun can't get it. Scoring is Jaso. Smoke making his way to third. Mariners lead it 6-0. Cole Calhoun in right field for Trimbo. Couldn't close the ground. Montero with his second base hit, an RBI, his 59th.
That fastball jams him and he flares it out into right. Calhoun, he took a step back. See the effort, and at that point he's just trying to smother and keep it in front of him as it goes by him. Jace will end up scoring. Been talking about the A's game. The Dodgers trying to climb back into their game, 4-3 in the bottom of the 7th.
And they were down 4-1 last report we had. Here's Saunders.
Michael's had a good night tonight. A couple of doubles for him. He's also driven in 2 runs.
Runs his double total of 31. RBIs to 56. Way outside. 1-1. Laid off of that pitch. 2 balls, 1 strike. Got him waving. 2-2. Two and 2 to Saunders. Couple of men on, a run in, 1 out. Popped it up. Callaspo. 2 outs. Bring up Javon Robinson, who struck out twice and grounded out to third.
Mariners tonight 3 for 8 with runners in scoring position. In-game box score. Kyle Seager with a good night. A couple of hits, including his 20th home run of the year. A number of guys with 2 hits, including Justin Smoke, continues to be hot.
Trayvon batting right-handed for the first time tonight. Looks like strike 1. Kyle Seager got it started in the first inning. A hold up. 1-1. Mount's got a 1-1 count with runners at the corners. 2 down. 1-2. $14,353. Ounce attendance tonight. 2 on Hopper. Shortstop Romine, short way. 2 Howie Kendrick. Here we go. 6-0 Mariners. Last call. Here comes the bartender, Tom Wilhelms.
Today's Tracer Technology is brought to you by the Emerald Queen Casino, the entertainment capital of the Northwest.
6-0 Mariners over the Angels. Game 2 of this 3-game set. It's the next to last game of the 2012 season. Good moon rising for the Mariners tonight. Tom Wilhelmsen on for the final 3 outs.
And for Tom, the 2.41 ERA on the season, 85 strikeouts and just 29 walks for Wilhelmsen. Opponent's average only 199 for Tom. This is not a save opportunity for him, but he will get an inning's worth of work. 8-9-1 for the Angels.
First hitter, Peter Borges. Strike 1. Peter tonight walked, stole a base in second. Since then, a fly to left. Comebacker to the pitcher. It's going to get out of play. Good times ahead on 2. Oh, 2 pitch from Tom Wilhelmsen. Struck him out on 3 pitches, 1 down. Bring up Andrew Romine. Off, strike 1.
Tom's feeling pretty good. He's throwing hard tonight. Fastball at 97 miles an hour. Also has the great curveball. We haven't seen that. Occasional changeup to the left-handed hitters.
Chopper out of Tom's reach. Ackley Fields. Just safe. Wow, that was close. Bang banger. But they might have just gotten him. Run lines aboard, 1 out. Bring up Mike Trout. Giants still lead the Dodgers 4-3, top of the 8th. To Trout. Got an infield hit in the 3rd inning. Ground out, a couple strikeouts. Sashi Iwakuma did a brilliant job stranding 8 men on base for the Angels. Wow. Chase almost got taken to the backstop with that pitch.
He did a great job of just catching it. 95-mile-an-hour fastball. Now, Iwakuma again, he pitched 6 innings, but he had runners in scoring position in 5 of the 6 innings, was able to get out of every one of those situations.
Good job. 1-1 pitch to Trout. And a miss, overpowered him.
No doubt about that. 97 miles an hour, and he threw it right down the middle.
Nothing Mariners. We play in the top of the 8th. Top of the 9th, beg your pardon. That pitch just off the plate. 2-2, 9th inning action. We got wild card playoff coming up, and a lot of drama in game number 162 from several teams tomorrow. 2-2, runner goes out back. Two and two. Pitch to Mike Trout. Strike him out. Good heat by Tom Wilhelmsen. You got him, use him, and he is.
He has a really good fastball tonight. Another 97-mile-an-hour heater that he throws by him. Take a look at it. Nothing fancy. Here you go.
Let's do it. And he does. Trout struck out 3 times tonight. There's Howie Kendrick. He's K'd twice. He's also 2 hard base hits. So off the end of his bat with the runner on the move. Strike 1.
With 2 outs, Justin Smoke playing back, so nobody holding Romine on. They'll let him go if he wants to.
Runner goes. In there for a strike. 0-2.
98 on that fastball.
He's feeling good. The difference down to second on Romine. Oh, 0-2. Here to Howie Kendrick. Comebacker. And that'll break up the shutout. And then bobbled in center field. Kendrick to second. Safe. Single and an RBI. RBI for Kendrick is 67th, and error on Saunders.
Howie Kendrick has picked up 7 hits in the last 2 days.
So the Mariners make their second error tonight. They had an error on Smoke back in the 6th. Angels have committed 3, a total of 5. That certainly punctuates your point back in the first inning with the Angels being eliminated last night. And certainly not the
probably
high.
a little flat today.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Yeah, 1 for 13 now with runners in scoring position for the Angels. And that's a team that hit their .263 average with runners in scoring position coming into the game tonight.
Right, coming into tonight's game, the #1 hitting team in the American League at .275. 2 outs, a run in. Pujols, tough night for him. He's K'd 3 times. And this will do it right here. It's a pop-up. Kawasaki's going to get under it. And the Mariners won this ball game by the count of 6-1. It's just their second victory here at home against the Angels this season. They're now 2-9. Game goes 2 hours and 49 minutes. Masashi Iwakuma picks up the win to go 9-5. Kyle Seager got it started. 20th home run back in the first inning. Dan Herron will take the loss. He's 12-13. Michael Saunders a couple of RBIs in the 4th inning. We're back with Mariners post game right after this.